I'm just going to upload this in a very unedited fashion to my Good Morning Botanica channel, and I'm going to change the name of that to Epic Fails because Good Morning Botanica was an epic fail of mine that I did in 2018. It was a hundred and I forget how many episodes. It was a daily vlog. And so if you're on this channel, you can go back and check some of those out if you want. It was a daily vlog where I just kind of taught myself how to follow a production schedule and how to be efficient at following a production schedule, and a little bit about some video editing techniques that I could use to create 100, I can't forget how many episodes there are, 175 or something, 175 episodes of a very short vlog with background music, sometimes musical performances, theme music, sometimes different video effects, and so on. So anyway, that was an epic fail, and I'm just going to put this on this channel. And I'm not going to really promote it too much, but if anybody likes to subscribe to this, you could get a peek into my creative process. This is maybe called 2020. 2020. I can do impossible things. It's January 7th. It's maybe the first official work day of 2020. I don't know. I've been doing some work already. A lot of work during the first part of the new year. I gave my first motivational speech at my Toastmasters group last Thursday. Adriana and I have been putting together a review, I guess, for piano and plucked instruments of Carole King's Tapestry. So we've been working on that. We're going to film that today. Beethoven of the ukulele, still going on strong. I'm going to film episode 2.13, the 13th page of the second movement today. And another thing that actually came up, well, let me back up for a second. Over last year in my coaching program in December of 2020, in Self-Coaching Scholars, we needed to decide on to commit to an impossible goal for 2020. And my impossible goal was to become the kind of person who can earn $161,000 in a year doing what I love. So with that in mind, wrote in a bunch of fails. So these are things that I think are impossible to do. And so I'm going to try them. I'm going to attempt to get a B-, get some results, probably not the results I want, but they're going to produce strategic byproducts that turn me into the person who can accomplish finally that impossible goal. Move out of the chair, out of the chair, out of the chair. I'm sitting there. Come on. We'll go for a walk in a second. Out of the chair. Out of the chair. Thank you. Out of the chair. Out of the chair. Go. Out of the chair. Thank you. That was a ruse so I could sit in the chair. You can come back up if you want to, Coco. Anyway, a couple of other impossible goals came up. They're sort of related, but I didn't count on them being on there. One of them was to be a singer. So I was going to sing a couple of the songs in Adriana and our Tapestry project, and maybe do some other things with singing. So that's another one that just barely popped up. Yeah, so I'm going to add that to my impossible roster. But really now the challenge is to attempt all these things that I think I'm going to fail at, all these impossible tasks, and to get some results from them. So that's probably the hardest thing for me. A lot of them, especially since it comes along the line of sales, it comes along the line of going out and talking to people. But, since I've been in Toastmasters, I've become much better at that. Much better. Much more comfortable with accepting that I'm not some sort of weirdo and that we're all kind of equally weird. So that's where we're at today. I might come back and do a history of the impossible because I'm doing a lot of other things, like the Beethoven project is a carryover from last year, and it's actually scheduled to go through the entire year this year. And I think a lot of focus will be around getting that to impossible levels rather than what I have 31 episodes of me just playing a page of a ukulele transcription I did. And I have about 160 subscribers on the email list, 140 YouTube subscribers for that. So to get that, to move that to impossible levels, or to get some byproducts from that, that can move another venture that's maybe helpful to more people into a higher realm. Come on, James, I don't know why you're scared of it. Just talk into the camera. Talk about what you're doing. That's actually the Carole King lead sheets I put together on the music stand. Here is my tentative calendar of impossible goals for the first quarter, although I'm going to kind of change that around a little bit. List of things I want to have and things I want to do that I made in mid-November. And this is just a reminder, this last page over here, of some of the things I'm already doing, some of the activities I'm already engaging in. I just had one important realization this morning. The thought, there is a lot to do, does not serve me, because I've accomplished far more than that and been far busier at the same time. So that's kind of an interesting concept to think about. All right, well, I'm going to sign off on this one right now after I tell you what is happening for today, January 7th. Behind me, you can see this is the wall, the front wall of my apartment. There's just the one portrait that Olivia, I call her Olivia back then, but Corvo now, drew back then, and that sort of helped get me through some bad times I was in about 5 years ago. Anyway, that wall is going to be completely cleared. I'm putting a green screen up today, and then I'm going to use that for all my filming. Probably have some lights in front right here. So just make this just kind of a filming area. We're going to experiment around with that today with keyboard and uke. And of course, I've got to film. I have to. I get the privilege of filming Beethoven of the Ukulele 2.13. Movement 2, page 13 in this corner. And I have a whole ritual for what I do for that and how to put that out. So that's happening today. Later on, I'm teaching Mason Husinga, who's from upstairs, a really talented guitar student of mine, starting the season. And I have some administrative tasks that I need to take care of, but that's what's happening. Oh, and I'm working on sales copy because I've been resisting that, and I think that's the key to my success, is learning sales and not being afraid of sales, and not thinking sales is slimy, and not thinking salespeople are not genuine or they're just out for your money. So I got to do some work on those thoughts because they are not serving me either. All right, signing off. Take care.